Hi, ho everyone, my name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the Bazaar, and today we're hopping in, and I asked you guys recently if you guys just wanted to see runs, not necessarily the best or newest builds, 10 wins, but just us trying to cook or doing whatever the game gives us. And to be fair, I think it's also for the best, because right now, the meta do be tricky. I've had a lot of people be like, am I the problem? I can't get X amount of wins, or it's way harder. And there's a couple things for that can hopefully ease your pain if you're currently playing. The first one, regardless of meta, that I want people to understand, if you're playing right now, don't feel bad. This is the hardest the game will ever be. Full stop. Now, why is that? Because it's a pay-to-play beta. Who's paying? The people that really want to play and are probably good at it. And then the people who aren't probably stopped, or are going to come back later when there's more stuff. So the pool of current players, ghosts, for instance, to fight is the smallest it will ever be. And dare I say, the sweatiest. That's just how it is. Once it enters open beta, more people play, the average skill should, level out a little. The meta doesn't help. The current meta we're on. Knowing also we're not getting another balance patch for frickin', 3 weeks? When we have some outliers like Monitor Wizard, it makes so the interesting thing is when they did the patch, like one of their ideas was to like slow down combat. But ironically, because of things like Monitor Wizard, you have to be fast. Otherwise, you get melted before you can do anything. Like I did a video the other day with the combat core, and I got the octopus drop, and I didn't use it, and everybody was so upset. They're like, bro, if that was a build to use it, you should have done that. 8-second cooldown to activate that thing. And guess what? In this meta, that is a death sentence. Or certainly at least how far I was into that game with everything else I had on the board. I needed to activate everything else. An 8-second activator. It ain't gonna cut it, brother. So that's part of it. There are some more meta builds or good builds. There are some that are harder to cook up. Now, it's not impossible to make something work. But I do think it's a little tough right now to go completely out of the box. With that said, I might still just try. But you still have to sort of adhere to certain things and principles. Now, I would counter the one where people argue that normal is harder than ranked because people can reset. So in normal, you don't like the items you get, you can just concede and do a new run. I think they should do something about that. But right now, they can't. So people will just reset until they get whatever they want, right? Now, granted, it's not a limitless selection, but like, I'm sure there's something they're looking for. Like Vanessa's will just keep re-rolling for like Trebuchet. So while that makes it harder, I would argue the best players are in ranked. You're not going against ranked ghosts. And the best players are going infinite in ranked. I don't consider myself one of the best players. But like I mentioned, once I started playing ranked, I haven't played at normals. Because I can just go, I've gone infinite. I've gained 3,000 plus gems playing only ranked. So the people who can do that are doing it in rank. So you will find the most meta builds. Normal is still a little easier, but with that said, it's still not that easy. And I know it can be tough or frustrating. You'll probably see maybe in this video or another one. I don't always get 7, 10 wins. Last night I got 3 wins, 1 win, 6 wins. And I got a 10 win in there. It was like 10 win, 3 win, 1 win, 6 win. I play as best I could, but sometimes that's just how it is. Even if I'm not using Monitor Wizard, I feel like people are judging Dooley. I like Dooley though. I played him the most even before this most recent patch because I just liked the way he played. When he was garbage and nobody played him, I was playing him, I was there before it was cool. Now show me Companion Core, show me some early nanobots, and maybe once you'll make this little Bazaar player happy and let him play nanobots, please. I don't even know if I'll get a good run. I just want to build nano. I don't even know what a board looks like. What would it be like? Companion Core? Do you do Bulldozer? I feel like maybe like Companion Core, Bulldozer, all nanobots. But, at least in theory, it seems fine. Oh, of course. Well, about nanobots. That ain't happening. We got the Ignition Core, the Core, Critical Core. Freaking, why we can't have nice things. We'll see if we can cook up some crit, huh? And for those unfamiliar, Critical Core, when you use an item to the left, you charge it like almost every Dooley core aside from Companion Core. When you crit with any item, you charge it 1 second, and it can charge itself if it crits. it has 15% crit chance and gives items to the right of it 15% crit chance. And then that evolves to like 20, 25, and then 30 at max, I believe. So we shall see. We can get one region, bronze tier skills, or small medium items. I mean, it's early in the day. I don't really want to waste any money. I would have loved to see XP here. I think I'm actually going to take one region. It'll help a little bit. We are too slow to kill the Viper. Unfort. But wouldn't mind me a cooldown wing. Now, hear me out. I just want a fast forward button for day one. Just day one. I don't need the rest, you know. But day one PvE fights, 99% of the time before you fight them, you know what's going to happen. You know if you're going to win or lose. And 99% of the time, you're also just waiting to fatigue. So just freaking... And then day one PvP fights, just give me the option. Because it's sort of a similar vibe on a lot of day one PvP fights. So. Make a new meta with the crit. Right. We'll never not enjoy and be thankful for you always explain the cards. I'm trying to be mindful, especially now that I have way... Like, I'm not at the point where I don't need to look at any card. I know what every card does. But I'm trying to stay mindful when I'm recording to still go through everything. I still want it to be as approachable as possible. We can get a small non-weapon, get some skills. They'll only be bronze or some medium items. Thinking, what could we be looking for medium items this early at bronze? A pulse rifle. If we found a friend, it's always a good combo for the core. We also don't have space for that. It's a matter of, are we just accepting that we lose day one? But unfortunately, we won't. Even if we get XP next turn, we won't hit level 2. So I can't even throw to level. Well, there's a chance. You know what? Yellow. There's a chance we get some bronze crit stuff, which isn't crazy. Okay, interesting. Shield, poison. Guess we're going to go with this. First time you haste each fight, freeze an item for 3 seconds. On Dooley, there's almost always a way you're going to haste, so it probably won't be helpful right now, but I'm not re-rolling. That's a trap. And I'm not picking up any of this other stuff right now. There's no game sound? Oh, there we go. Good shout. Maybe I put some soft jazz background music in the meantime. What the fudge? Okay. Small shield item. Shield skills. Really want me to get some bronze shield skills or items. Sell some weapons. Yeah, not a single XP day one. I love XP, and they didn't give it. We're checking weapons. Okay, we got the pulse rifle. And, call me crazy. I think I might take the core away and do Race Carl Pulse Rifle. It would give Pulse Rifle triple cast, because Pulse Rifle is plus 1 multicast if it's adjacent to a friend. Race Carl's a friend. Double it if it's your only friend on the board, so it'd have 3 multicasts next to Race Carl. So every 4 seconds it'd be 30 damage. But then I'm out of gold, and we have no haste. And Race Carl's just there to be Race Carl. So yeah, I know this 4 gold doesn't seem like that big of a choice or decision. But it actually is for this early. For this early in the game. If this was another friend I knew I would use, I wouldn't be so hesitant. You know what? I'm not going to take it, and we're just going to take the day 1L probably. Now, what's better here? Yeah, Pulse Rifle. And while I could put the Pulse Rifle here, there's a 15% chance it ends up charging this. But I think getting the 1 extra second charge on that is actually better. I don't know. With no XP and a pretty weak board, we would need a small miracle to win this fight. What the fudge? We almost got a small miracle. We might. If we crit enough. We're like at the same pace. Oh, come on. I need a crit. Oh. This is the saddest fight, and yet... Okay, unironically though, the Walter Cooler giving him more HP. So he's just shielding with the shield core. I'm just hit with my weapons. I want to say the Sandstorm tie. And my 1 region. Maybe we died at the same time. Never doubted, baby. I cannot believe we just won day one. Just that easy. I knew our board would kill it. Now this is... silver tier items on day 2. That's usually an insta-click for me, Chief. But then they hit me with the mountain pass. Some XP and gold. When we haven't found any. We only have 9 gold. You know. Again, this would give us a better... Like, we beat... there's no way we're beating much PvE with this. Now, granted, we have another encounter incoming, and we're about to level. We could find something fun, but we don't have that much money, and we wouldn't have enough to reroll, so I'm going to go Mountain Pass, and I have a little rule. At least day 1 through 3, do not escort the convoy. If we find a fight, 9 times out of 10... yeah, 9 times out of 10. We're not winning the fight. Way too many fights we lose. It's usually either gain 2 income or 2 gold and 1 XP. We haven't gotten any XP, so I'm grabbing the gold and XP. And with this level up, what are we looking at? 50 health, get a friend. Gain 2 scrap. Most of these are useless. 50 health isn't bad, but I'm actually going to get a friend just to put it next to the pulse rifle. And that way I don't have to buy one right now. Hey, Brick Buddy wasn't really what I was thinking, but I guess it works. Small and large items. There's a chance we find like a silver large item, but pretty low. 2 regen. This really isn't bad. But you know I love it. We're going Lost Crate. Give me the 2 gold and 1 XP. Yes, sir. And now we're back at the crit core. I am usually more bullish on putting things to the left and like one item I really want to crit on the right. Because like right now I find like this 15%. I mean, it could be good. But especially the triple multicast right now. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Are we going to beat the Rogue Scrapper? No. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Covetous Thief? I don't know if we beat Covetous Thief either because of his scaling. Because usually by the time the sandstorm hit, his knife is like 100 damage. Brick Buddy isn't scaling. It would be close with our 1 regen. And we wouldn't mind some items from Covetous Thief. Well, you know what they say. And by they, you know me. Gamba! I am 50-50 on this. I'm earing on the side of I think we win. What else I can't say for certain. I'm hoping the little bit of chip damage here early, our 1 regen actually comes in clutch. And then by Sandstorm, we've wilted their max HP down further. It could come down to an important timing on the shield. But like shield versus knife cooldown. See, this next hit is important, but I think we got it. Oh, we got it. Oh, I was never where. See, I was in, you know, I was pretty certain. Now give me. Okay. Shadow Cloak. Guess what? That's great for the pulse rifle. Why is it great for the pulse rifle? Well, let me show you. So it doesn't have an active ability, but when you use the item to the right of this, haste it for 1 second, and we have a skill that haste. First time we haste, we freeze. Woo, so at least we activate that. But then if it's a weapon, it gains 3 damage, and since our boy's triple multicasting, he'll haste himself for 3 seconds, give himself 9 damage, and then he'll perma-haste himself. So, at least for an early board, that's some immediate power. Now, 50 health, very bullish. Medium items, eh. But I'm going XP again. That's a level. Ooh. We could upgrade our leftmost bronze tier item. Reduce the core cooldown by 5%. It would either be upgrading the critical core or actually the shadowed cloak. Now the shadowed cloak would be redundant since it'll already be perma-hasted, but it changes it to +6 damage. So it would scale a little more. But on a full Dooley board, the odds of us using Shadowed Cloak, very tiny. And at that point too, if we find the Alpha Ray, which scales damage every time you use the core or another ray, that would probably just be doing more damage for the cloak. So we're going to give it to the core. Shabuski. So now it got 10 base damage, but has 20% crit chance and gives items to the right. 20% crit chance. Then we can take a peek at some small items. A small friend certainly wouldn't be bad. But call me crazy. We're going to Fens. Not to get shield, not to give my healing item seal because I have none, but to get 5% max health and 5 regeneration. Day 1 and day 2. You probably heard me say it. But, you know, 5, 6 regeneration is actually pretty big. If you're not fighting a monitor lizard already. Or a burn core. And wouldn't you know it, we're fighting Dooley. And, actually I am sort of a betting man. And I'm willing to wager we're probably fighting one of those. Because unlike me, in ranked, the cores you usually see are Burn Core, Companion Core, and Shield Core. I never see the others. And you know what? That's just disrespectful. My boy deserves better. So I think we give this a 20% crit chance now. I do think it's better. We could charge this, and the crit core could charge itself. But triple multicasting and getting the bonus from this. Now, granted, this would technically be charging this every 2 seconds. See, this is when it's hard, man. Is a 1 out of 5 chance to crit better than activating this every practically 2 seconds? It's still random what core they get in ranked, right? Yes. But out of those 3 cores, well, people will probably grab. I mean, you have a 50% chance of finding one of those. The last 3 Dooley runs, funnily enough, I've only found weaponized core, crit core, and the core. So it can happen, but it doesn't happen very often. And again, we gamble with the crit. I think short-term crits work out better. Why not? I mean, 3 attacks every 2 seconds. Surely some of those are critting and therefore charging the core anyway. Right? Okay. Actually, a crit core. Would you look at that? He must have low rolled. But he already has the Omega Ray with Micro Dave, which gains burn every time he uses the core. So we need to win fast. But thankfully, Shadowed Cloak is going to do that for us. See, bro's already at 46 damage for triple cast. Thank God for Shadowed Cloak. We lose that every day of the year otherwise. Get a small weapon. Oh, come on now, Lost Crate. Get more gold and XP. You're like, surely at some point you got to buy some items, right? Yeah. Just not right now. Ooh, and the Curio? Come on now. Love me some Curio. We could even find a Shadowed Cloak to upgrade. Not super likely. Oh, when we got the knee brace for the knee brace tech. When I do it, I'll explain it again.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
Give our weapons plus 4 damage. Sure. Now, I'm not super rich, so I don't think I'm really going to bother grabbing any of this other stuff. We're looking for... always like Rocket Boost. Shadow Cloak upgrade wouldn't be terrible. Cooldown Feathers. And crit. Looking for those things. Survey says. Okay, we got the Rocket Boots. That's one of them. Okay, and we got the crit. We didn't get any cooldown.
That's a bargain.
And we didn't get the Shadow Cloak, but that's not bad. All things considered. So when we sell the Junkyard Club, we give our weapons plus 4 damage. Yup. And now, I could sell the Rocket Boots, which would, whenever you sell it, it gives your haste items plus 1. So it'd be hasted for 2 seconds, but again, at least while we're using it for the pulse rifle, any more than 1 second is overkill. So we're ideally saving this for a haste item we put on the board later. Like a metronome or a first aid in or We'll use like solar farm. I don't know. There's just other items we probably want to wait on. Now the crit chance is interesting. I'm tempted to just give the core crit chance. Because then at the very least, core has a better chance of going off itself because, well, we are using the pulse rifle right now. Late game board, maybe not. Although, if we did give it 5% crit chance, put it over here, there's 5% crit chance it crits. Activate the core on top of activating the core already. With that said, I'm giving the core the crit chance. Then we're going about that talk. I guess I'll buy the bananas for 20 health. And I'm going to hold on to the improvised bludgeon. Just because when you sell it, your leftmost slow item gains slow. But if you can ever put this on like cool LEDs for Dooley, it's a free upgrade essentially. We love that. Now we have to determine who we can take. I think we can take any of these. What items do we want from any of these people? Nothing really. We have a chance of getting a silver force bearer, which is some gold, or they have a ability or a skill that hastes an item or two. Start each fight, haste 2 items, yeah. And that's always good for skills like this. First time you haste each fight, freeze an item, because that would just be at the start of battle. But since the force field, I always say force barrier, the force field does damage equal to their shield. If you have an aggressive build that can keep the shield down, this fight is way easier. But if you don't have a build, maybe you have like slow poison, I would caution playing this one. But it's definitely not the hardest. We leveled up, and I hate all these. Yeah, thanks, boss. I don't want to do that, that, or that. Gain to income it is. Ooh, now 100 health. They keep giving me some good options that just aren't go into things to buy things. 100 max health this early? In this economy? Now, if I could find a small friend, I could throw in force field on the board. And there's some decent silver tier skills. I think we opt to not go for the 100 health. But you can't re-roll the shop. There's a small chance we get first Aiden, which would be Pog. There's also a whole bunch of other random like shield stuff we get. So I'm going to go for silver tier skills. Okay. Probably leaning towards buddy system. This one's the first time you use a large item each fight. Haste adjacent items for 4 seconds. Not bad. First time you use a large item each fight. Adjacent shield items gain 15 shield. But this one, if you have exactly one friend, reduce it and the core's cooldown by 5%. And more than likely, that's what we're going to have for the game. One friend on the board. Now we can get a slow item, which could be cool LEDs. Could not, though. Medium items or monster loot. And again, we've come to a difficult decision. Buying some gold monster loot could be crazy. Could also be garbage. Could be like burned and poison. But if it's not, that's sick. Wouldn't mind cool LEDs. Now, we wouldn't find a small friend item. But it's not worth it. I don't think so. I think I'd go monster loot or slow item. I'm going to gamba the monster loot because that's gamba. And I feel like there's a higher roll there for us, you know? Could put the stinger... No. Alright, so we get the gold, 2 gold tier monster loot items, cost 8 gold, but at the very least, when you sell them, you always get 8 gold back. So if you can afford it, why wouldn't you? Now watch, it's going to be, I'm calling it, cooldown wing and XP vial. Fudge. Okay, we got 1 XP vial though, that's 2 XP. 0 gold for 2 XP? Now, we did get one that wants to get burned, unfortunate, but... so now we gotta figure out what we're putting on the board. Might just be rocket boots. Haste the core every 4 seconds for 1 second. It'll charge that. Now, we did this. But it's already perma hasted. Yeah, there's no point. I still think the 20% crit chance is worth it. Once this scales damage Shadow Cloak, hopefully we hit some crits later if we need them. It's the best I got, Chief. Not the strongest board, and we haven't visited many shops. I'm not expecting to win. But I don't think it's impossible. That's a second crit core. You know, I said I've, like, never seen crit cores or anything else, and then suddenly... I'm looking to see if the pulse rifle... Okay, there was a crit by the pulse rifle. And there's another crit. Alright, already worth it. Stupid! Somebody touching my spaghetti. Okay. We'll take it. I mean, the fact that we haven't fought a companion or burn core is kind of crazy, but I'm not complaining. Get an item. Get some non-weapon items. You see, they want me to... but then they just keep giving me XP, brother. 2 gold, 1 XP. We're level 5. Show me an upgrade option I like. I like that. Upgrade your leftmost silver to your item. 3 loot items right now would be 3 silver. And I wouldn't normally take that if we didn't have better options. Or even maybe like core cool. Actually, I would gamble this for XP because Gamba. But upgrading leftmost silver here. Which could upgrade a bronze if we wanted, but I think we upgrade a core. We could also upgrade rocket boots. It would haste for 2 seconds, and then when we sell it, it would give +2 haste, which is crazy. But I think 20 more damage to the core and 5% more crit chance right now. Possible? Does it excite me? Does it get me going? This is also gold. Screw it. Yeah, we'll go crit core. Why not? 125 health. Again, so tempting. Silver tier skills and small items. At some point, we ought to go to a store, you say, right? Right? You're gonna go to a store, right? I would... gosh, 125 health right now is crazy. I would normally opt for the small items. There's a lot we could replace on the board. But silver tier skills? In this economy? And knowing my luck for skills could be butts later? Gamba! Don't like that. We like that. We don't like that. This is when you use a large item, give adjacent items poison. No. Your burn and poison items have extra burn. No, but we get to upgrade buddy systems. So now it's if you have exactly 1 friend, reduce it and the course cooldown by 10%. Love that. My man. Now, I'm going to be honest, Chief. I'm going to keep it a buck. Flame Juggler might kill us. Mainly because we open the fight and he starts burning us by 40 immediately. We shield for 20 every 4.5 seconds. 6 regen will help a little bit. But I don't think fast enough that I survive. And we've been bullish on XP. So if I were to lose and fall behind, it would hurt a lot. Now, granted, we don't want anything really from any of these people. We can definitely beat this guy. 1 more gold. The flame juggler. Oh. How fast do we melt? And we don't have any heal. I genuinely think we lose that fight. I think it's close, but I think we lose that fight. And while I wouldn't normally like to Gamba, I Gamba with the other one, thinking there's a chance. This one, no, and I'd rather get my XP. So we're going to go Retiree. Outlands Dervish could, I guess, give us things that you sell. You reduce cooldown by 2%. If we were to get that, I think he has Poison Blades. Am I thinking of the right person? I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah. Oh, well, they're not poison, but yeah, they'd be silver too. So sell for 2% cooldown reduction. I mean, 2%. Although the effect is, if we get the skill, your items have 6% crit chance. Alright, I guess we'll take either of those. Knowing that, I would prefer the Keen Eye. The Keen Eye. We wouldn't mind some old crit.
Perhaps we struck the wrong caravan.
Get pooped on. Give me your skill. Please and thank you, nerd. Bodge. Well, the shoe blade actually comes with a lot of crit chance. Just a little slow. 500 shield for our next fight in PvP. If it's not poison, that almost guarantees us a win. Weapons. I'm just rocking a bronze pulse. There's a lot we could do. Counterpoint, aerodrome, which is literally Gamba. You can travel almost anywhere. Gamba. Enchantment. Fudge. Okay. All right. How? You see, this is Gamba. Rerolling here is a bait. I don't have that much money, so I'm going to give it 2 rerolls max if I don't like the next one. Gamba. Field skills. I mean, we could technically crit a shield build. You know? I mean, we do have force barrier. Or force field. Why do I always call it force barrier? Force field. And force field critting is nice. Because it crits both the shield and damage. And since it crits the shield first, essentially quadrupling the damage. I could unironically somehow go for a shield build. And I guarantee you, I'm going to spend 2 gold to get a worse thing. Gamba! Ooh! That's why we Gamba, baby! Holy suck! It's just that easy. Enchant an item with crit effects? In this economy? Holy suck. That's actually insane. Okay, well, I can give my crit 100% crit chance almost. Sheesh. Now, one might say, why wouldn't you use the pulse rifle? I have no idea if that's staying on the board. I know 90% of the time, in-game board will have my crit core. Shadowed Cloak? I don't even think I can do it. I'm surprised you... That probably said give adjacent items crit. I mean, but... Now, see, crit core with a crit effect, critting itself, or... Actually, a crit force shield will also be insane. Now that I'm thinking about it. Crit force field would give us a board. We would build around force field, shielding, and that would be it. But I've done some force field builds. Now, what am I looking for otherwise? Because the only problem is this is more likely to get us 10 wins. I'm not going to lie to you, Chief. Putting the crit on the core is flexible and hoping for something else to put in. Now, I don't know what that would be. But I guess one could also argue I'm not playing for build, you're playing for playing. I mean, true. One could argue I could just enchant the force field and use it just to get some early day wins. And I could always sell it. But that's a waste. That's not fun. I've never had a crit core. YOLO, baby. We're going for a tuber, you know what I'm saying? The deadly critical core. 80% crit chance. Yes, sir. I don't mind if I do. So sorry, force field. He's like, bro, that's like made for me. We go to the docks, get 4 gold and medium items. We really need small. I should have gone to small. And with the crit core 100% critting, essentially, activating it as often as possible probably do be the play, no? No. I give the crit core more crit. I just don't know what medium items we find that. Like, I could get upgrade, but I don't want Brick Buddy. There's a very slim chance to find missiles. Very slim. It has to be silver. I just go for a tool. Sure. Let's, or there are a lot of small, like we could get the small little shield buddy. I can't remember his name. If I do gold in the shield item. A weapon could be anything. A tool could be anything. But now I'm leaning towards shield or weapon. It's okay, Brick Buddy. I want you. He's like, I've used you a lot, buddy. It's just not that it's not a friend build. You know what I'm saying, brother? Freaking Gamba. Oh, what did I tell you? There's Wallace. There's our dude. I'm sorry, Brick Buddy. So yeah, a small friend. He gains shield every time he activates. And while that might not seem like the biggest deal, we can at least slot a little more in. Putting this to the right gives us 55% crit chance. So a little more likely to, and 50% of the time, it's as if it's on the left side of the core anyway, since it's critting. So I think we try that. I'm just gonna sell Brick Buddy. I'm sorry, my dude. It's you, or it's me, not you. He's like, wait, what do you mean by that? And then yeah, I guess while this will scale, I mean, this will practically always be critting. And we're going to look to win fast. Especially because a 3-0 pig right now, if I had to guess, crook. Or like a meaty dog or a meaty regal blade. Maybe he's even got beast of burden. But I'm assuming he's aggressive. Could be wrong. But it's probably going to be a race. And ideally we win that race. It's crook, isn't it? Okay, he hasn't found crook yet, thank God. But both weights and Ganjo. He will be hitting, but the good news is, I think we're beating him to the race. Yes, sir. Ooh. Look at it. Okay, Dooley. Okay. Little Burnmeister. Look at those little DPS fiend. Go on, son. Okay. All right. I have to stop. Because, see, they give me shops, and then I see golden XP. I need to look. There are some silver tier. I'm going silver tier items. Okay, you don't have to. Oh, this is why we should have got golden XP. You see, fudge. What is this garbage? Come on. What the fudge? See, we lost 3 gold for nothing. Could have gotten 2 golden XP. That's why I don't go to. I don't go to shops anymore because I don't. They hate me. They never give me anything. Like, what is this about? Oh. And cybersecurity ain't happening. He's kind of a fun meme. He deals double damage if he's your only friend. At diamond, he deals quadruple, and he deals 20 damage for each weapon you have. Which is 12 seconds. I don't think... I have played against 1 or 2 cybersecurities. And I'm always rooting for them. Even when I play against them. I don't think they've ever won. Poor fella. If we ended up using combat core, remote control would be good, but we'll level up. We can reduce core cooldown by 5%, get 3 loot items, use tools, get 2 sharpening stone for some guaranteed damage, or get a friend. 5% core cooldown. Gamba! See, we went 3 loot items because I'm going to get cooldown anyway. Look. Fudge. I swear that usually... Oh, man, that's bad. I swear that usually works, okay? I gotta sell that soon anyway. Suck. That went terribly. Get an item. Okay. Surely this store will have something.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
Surely. Well, thank God there's an Uzi. Oh, and I don't have a room. Am I a joke to these people? I don't need Bulldozer, brother. Woof. You see, that's why we don't go to the shop, dude. They don't treat me well. They don't treat their customers well. I'm only keeping this because there might be some weird thing where we get an enchantment or like we do put something on the board that burns and poisons, but I'm running out of space. I'm gonna get rid of the shoe blade to get the Uzi to activate everything faster. I want the core to activate more. I'm not gonna give you max ammo yet. Could find something else that could be or use that to a better degree. And also, I'm just gonna. I haven't used force field. I'm not gonna use force field. All right. As soon as I didn't decide to put crit on it, we decided against using that. So, the rocket trooper could give me golden shadow cloak. Now the mod squad gives me more XP, but they could give me first aid, and everything else is garbage, I think. I do want the XP, but YOLO. I mean, I barely choose this guy. Why not? He still has a skill that gives 6% crit chance. I will Eagle Talisman for crit chance, Gold Shadow Cloak, Silver Rocket Boots, Keen Eye. I'll even take Flashy Reload. You got a lot of... Surely. Now that I've said that, you already know. Okay. All right, we got the Eagle Talisman. Fuck. We're gonna give it to our crit core. Because now... Our boy's 90%. We're freaking out. He's getting there. He's starting to believe. Small and large items, 150 max health. Now see. We could find some cool stuff. But how's that been working out for us? I've only visited like 2 shops. 150 health though. Counterpoint, our defense is our offense, and we're trying to burn them. If I don't find something, I'm going to be very sad. Can it drop the higher tier items, although you can only get it if it would upgrade, like the Shadowed Cloak? At least to my understanding, maybe not. I thought PvE could drop a dupe even if you had it, regardless. Because I swear it happened to me before, but maybe you're right. But I swear I'd gotten a dupe like that before. I don't know. Maybe you are right, though. But I wasn't about to sell the Shadow Cloak in hopes of getting the gold. That would have been a throw of all throws. All right, Midsworth. Don't let me down. I'm already so disappointed.
Back to business.
Okay. I can buy this to give my core 1 gold or 1 damage.
That's how it's done.
I hate you so much. Should've gone health, guys. I'm telling you. Just go for the guaranteed, man. Gamba never pays off for your boy. It's a shop. It shouldn't be that much Gamba, but it is. We don't need the bunker. Plus, it's only good against weapon builds. And we're probably fighting burn and poison. When you sell a tool, yeah, get this plan. No. I'll pick up the gamma ray in case, because we would like to use the alpha ray. 1 damage, count it. 1. It would be nice. Haste, slow, and cooldown items. For some reason, I think it's bugged. And we can find the beta ray in there. Just the freeze one. Or medium items. And there could be a random enchant. Imagine. Okay. We did not. However, motherboard. Haste the core for 2 seconds. When the core gains haste, give it plus 10 damage. Thing is, Rocket Boots is marginally better because it activates a little bit and it activates 1 second faster. But, y'all. And I guess we are hasting a bit. Could unironically put Race Carl. Nah, but then you want to be next to Pulse Rifle, and I want them on the left for now. Never mind. Alright, well, we will put the motherboard in. At least we got something we wanted to put over the other item. I'm just going to sell Shoe Blade. Now, I could put the Rocket Boots on the motherboard. So it hastes the core for 3 seconds. Or there's also a world where Shadow Cloak on the core and that's hasting it. Or also, I could also put the rocket boots down. But that's not worth it. I think we still hold on to the rocket boots. I mean, if it ends up making the smallest of difference and we could have won a fight because of it, whoops. But I don't think it will. I think we will have lost regardless. Gamba. But now, this is essentially gaining 20 damage every time it's hasted because it's critting all the time. And Shadow Cloak is still better on the pulse rifle, I think. Yeah, because then the pulse rifle's casting 3 times every 2 seconds to charge the core in the first place, which is better than the damage it would give. What is bro cooking? Eels? When your enemy uses a weapon, deal 34 damage. What the fudge? Am I gonna die to eels? I'm gonna die to eels! Yo, crit, please, something? Wow. I can't even be mad. What the fudge? I just died to eels. Wow. Good for him. Spoilers. Haste wouldn't have mattered. And I actually got boned more because the eel does damage when you use a weapon. If I use non-weapons, it slows. But yeah, I essentially killed myself. For a majority of that fight, the pulse rifle was doing more damage to us because of the eels than it was to them. And then they also got that unfortunate crit. They had a 50% chance. I don't know if it would have mattered that much. Now, I wouldn't mind taking a peek at large items, but I don't. There's not many we want. But you know what we always want? Crit! So we're going crit skills. What are these bronze things, bro? What are we doing? First time you use a large item, adjacent items gain 15% crit chance. Does it look like I'm using a large item? Your non-weapon items have crit chance. Does it look like I want non-weapon items to crit right now? Or all items have 3% crit chance. So, yeah. Unfortunate. Like a silver even would have been a little nicer, but we can upgrade our leftmost silver tier item. We can get burn. Nope. We can get sharpening stone, which right now is silver, I believe, which is 6 each. So that would be 12 damage to the core, which actually isn't terrible. Into him, get a friend. But what if we upgraded this? I think it's then when the core gains haste gives it plus 20. And we go for a crit or carry. Is that a thing? Let's try and make it a thing. YOLO. We're here to have fun. Haste the core for 3 seconds. And when the core gains haste, give it plus 20. Now, like a metronome would go crazy. A like this, a metronome right here. So this thing's gaining haste like every... Oof. Now we are going to go to the curio.
Just close your eyes.
Show me something good. Still no cooldown. But we did get extra damage. This is 3 damage. 5, so that's 8 extra damage to the core. We buy this. This gives everything 4 damage. This gives everything 1% crit chance. That matters. We're up to 94 there. Gamba! Okay. Eagle Talisman for 5% crit chance. Give weapons plus 3 damage. And probably that's it. Plus 3 damage. Now see, an extra 5%, that'll put it at 99, which is great. But odds are we're going to find another way to at least give 1 more percent. Or 6% at some point, right? And instead, with the 5% crit chance, excuse me, over here, the, worth it. Oh, I guess, technically the metronome wouldn't go that crazy because I still need shield buddy. I wanted to keep using Shadow Cloak, but, Uzi, cast on for possible crit chance. Let's give the Uzi crit chance. I feel like there's a good chance we still use Uzi, right? Or you know what? Now that I said that, I feel like I'm never going to get more crit on my 4. We're going 99. Okay. So it's we probably don't have to worry about it. We really didn't, but I'm being overcautious here. Bro should be critting 5 ever now. If I were to give this rocket boots, it would haste the core for 4 seconds, which is almost the motherboard's cast time. Now I could put the cloak, yeah, next to the core for extra haste, but giving pulse rifle scaling damage on 3 multicast and permanent haste, so every 2 seconds it's casting 3, so every 2 seconds it's charging this 3 seconds, is better than, I think, this rank. I think, though. I'm sure there's some math. I think it's close. I do think it's close. But it's a matter of, like, how many charges you would get and uses out of this versus that. The Nuzlocke is so back, baby. Don't talk to me. Don't you even. Yeah, I don't know why that rocket launcher thing in the store isn't a weapon. It makes 0 sense to me. Alright, well, let me try to think about this. I could try and see Gamba. Well, you see, I want to Gamba the Infernal. But in order to do that, I need to make sure. I feel like having 3 charges 2 seconds faster. But 40 extra damage. Alright, I guess we're gonna try it. We lose against the Infernal? Rip. But like, what are the odds of that? Not gonna happen. Yeah, we're going Infernal. Not really any items we want. What if we got the giant Infernal Greatsword? Hear me out. I don't think our boards are going to get better. We got to melt them fast, but I think that's what we're doing. Gamba! So let's pay attention to the crit core's damage. So we got 60. Okay, 83, 126, 149, 172, 195, 238. Sheesh. Hard to say. I feel like it might be better. This says burn equal to the burn of other. Oh, good thing I have a burn. Oh, it's not the Infernal Greatsword. Ah, I trusted you. Okay, gumballs could give crit chance. And it would put us at 100. 700 shield for PvP fights, not bad. But it's day 6. We're still going to find mainly bronze and silver, medium, and large items. It's a very slim chance to find gold now. But I would argue too slim. Freaking gumball it up, brother. I don't even know if I'd really say I'm gumball rich. In fact, I don't think I am. But any crit gumballs would be huge. Any crit. A crit. A crit. Oh, there we go, baby. That's one. Boom, we're at 100%. Another one? That was terrible. Okay, what a waste of money. Never gamble, kids. 3 sword change, chocolate bars, sells items. I mean, I still think we're okay. Tempted to give this haze. Seems overkill, but create space and then just get 50 health. You're right, where's the fun in that, Gamma?
People first, profit.
Ooh. Oh, oh. What a store. Yo, is this the friend, dude? JJ, You must be cosplaying. We like that. Missiles is a 3-second cooldown. Multicast too. So it activates a second faster than pulse rifle. 1 less multicast, but then we can also put other friends in if we want. Like First Aiden, which is on a 3-second cooldown, and Hastes, which has a chance to hit the core. There are statics on the Sandstorm route on specific days and time, but... Oh, but it could help in the nuts. Oh. Oh, you're talking about the Bazaar. And I'm like, wait, what? When fatigue hits? Ammo, though? Yeah, but it's when you use the core, reload this. We should be using the core quite a bit.
Yeah. If that doesn't work out for you, back for a refund.
Now... One might be able to argue that this isn't terrible. At least for now. Right? Not to mention, I do have the ability, which makes me want to have only one friend. I'm 100% selling walls. I think this is fine. I don't want to buy First Aid just in case. But... no, and I don't think I'm going to reroll. Alright, we can reduce the core cooldown. Yeah, everything else is garbage. Bet. And I don't have anything reducing it right now, right? No? Okay, cool. Now what, 5.2? Yes, sir. Increased haste, Monka. I don't want to save this for a metronome. I don't know. This is for cool LEDs if we ever find it. I could give the missiles one more ammo, which would matter if the core gets frozen. Oh, fudge, I had the knee brace. Oh, yeah, fudge, I forgot I've had the... Ah! We just haven't used it much, so I forgot. Missed value. I know it's like 0.2% difference, but hey. Once that rounds up, it is a difference. Alright, we can't get 10 wins now because of that, I'm sure. That lost me the game. Freaking done, dude. I'm getting rid of the game, right? Alright. Make deadly crit core number big. Crit core, 100% crit. Migo face. This guy's struggling. Gives me some hope. Maybe a slow build. Oh my god, and I had the freaking the friend skill in too. Oh, I'm freaking throwing, brother. But the good news is I freaking pooped on that dude. His build, his board technically isn't even that bad. Well, I mean, wanted poster ain't ideal. I'm sure he's just doing it for the crit chance to make up for the bronze crow's nest, but alright, well, just smack me if I ever do that again. Because, yeah, not only did I have this in, so the friend was reducing it, but then I also didn't put in my knee brace, so there's a double throw. For shame. Chakra bars, spare change. Small, medium item. I mean, my board isn't great. Like, it's not incredible. But it's also fine right now, I think. I think I would eventually like to get rid of Pulse Rifle and get Alpha Ray. And maybe like Beta Ray. Or cool LEDs. With Metronome to replace this, and that frees up another small slot. But because I'm not in a hurry, I'm going to give you the extra ammo for now. I might miss out on one chocolate bar. But I kind of want to wait to Gamba shops around day 8 or 9. When the odds to hit gold are way higher. I don't want to run in and like buy a bronze right now. I'll just feel bad. Silver's okay. Gold would be very nice. So we'll do that. And I'm getting to the point where I need to free some stuff. Uzi could very well still be in the build, so whatever. I lose out on 10 health from the free chocolate bars, but whatever. We don't need burn skills. We could get a free slow item or health toughness and shield items. There's a slight chance we get something enchanted. But we'll just go with the free slow item, which is bugged. Induction Aegis doesn't slow. It did last patch, but I guess whatever's coded in, it's still in the pool of slow items for this, so. Garbage is what I meant to say. Now. Chili Charles just gives free stuff. The Thug has the chance to give us the Thieves Guild. Or Bonk, which is his diamond skill. Enemy cooldowns are increased by 1 second. Super OP. Or the Thieves Guild medallion, which lets us go to the Thieves Guild. Which would just be probably just a bajillion gold. Rounded up, of course. I don't know if we beat Mr. Moo or whatever. But knowing my luck, I'm getting ahead of myself anyway. Yeah. Toxic Concealed Dagger. Thanks. That's some gold. 8 gold. Chocolate bars for 90 health. Or the docks. See, I mean, 120 health ain't bad. Maybe, actually, yeah. I talked myself into it. 120 health. I didn't really have to do much. Large items, or we'll go to the Artisan Dunes. Because for 5 gold, I can give my core 10 more damage. It's not insane, but it's something. Burn items reduce cooldown. No. 225 extra health. Maybe. Friends have reduced cooldown. Not really. Get a shield. Okay. 225 health. Pretty easy, because everything else was dog. Alright. This guy might have a slow build, too. We are getting to the point where I really got to find the Alpha Ray or some sort of a skill that scales damage, though. Because while we are doing decent damage, well, he actually got the Icy Hammock, but he doesn't have a large item, so it's a 12-second cooldown. As everyone's max HP just gets naturally higher, this damage won't cut it, because now it's not like an Omega Burn, as you can tell. In fact, yeah, we're perma-slowed. Fun and interactive. Alright. Unlucky. You could see it in action there, Bob. Now, some gold tier item. Hello, gorgeous. Come on. Okay, cool LEDs. Now, show me... Ooh. Scrap metal. When you sell this, upgrade the core. Okay. Alright. That's overkill. But he deals 112 damage. We can't lose. It's impossible. Literally impossible. Okay, I'm gonna put cool LEDs in so I can sell this finally. So cool LEDs is now when you use the core slow 9 for 4 seconds. It's pretty good. Might have to get rid of Shadow Cloak now. Not doing too much for us. Or I do think it'd be better put somewhere on somebody else. Friend items, not really. 225 health or large items. I think of a large item we've used. Certainly not the combat core. I'm trying to make a crit core built like carry. Like the crit cores that carry, you know? I don't really know if that's a thing, but at least for now I'm gonna make it or try to make it work. PvE fights, I think we can beat just about anybody. But the Robo Bouncer. I do need a 112 email. Oh, hush puppy. I gotta think the Shadow Cloak's still worth it. For now, for this fight. Probably. We do win, right? This is why I'm thinking long term. Might get more value out of this. This is casting more. I'm gonna go back and try this. I don't know. I forget what skill he has, but it could be weapon related. Is it? When you use a weapon, adjacent items gain crit chance. for the entire fight. Oh. I do like that. I already have a pulse rifle, so I guess I can't get that. A katana wouldn't be terrible, I guess. Gatling gun? I mean, I like the skill. How about I just give me the skill? Okay, katanas aren't terrible. Or are they? It's like... Yeah, this is essentially 4-second 2 multicast. You know? It's a way to think about it. And this is 4-second 3 multicast. Temporary boost, shield, medium items. Well, we have been losing. We could find a motherboard upgrade. Or something else. So true, King. I'm gonna go with the shield. I would like to not lose today. Because that would put us on our last stand. I'm not ready for that just yet. These upgrade options are hibbity-bibbity butts again. 2 income on day 8 is my best option. 3% crit on miss, or 3%, it probably isn't even 0.1 second on missiles. Okay, income it is. Okay, now we're talking skills, finally. Here's what I'm saying. We get the skills early in the late game. They're like, nah. Why you still give me bronze, bruh? I know that's because I have to upgrade that, but... Large item, large item, large item. Increase haste by 1 second. Or freeze. Come on. Don't be like this. No, no, maybe? Okay. Well, I mean, everything else is garbage. First time you fall below half health each fight, slow enemy items for 3 seconds. As long as we're not, like, against, like, poison, it's usually probably too late at that point. But other things, maybe not. What the Sigma? Still think the Shadow Cloak business is the play. Well, this guy is on his final stand, I think. So he might have an enchanted item. Granted, I have my crit core, which at initial launch, because the temp part, you can't tell, but he does not, so he must literally be at 1. He didn't actually hit 0. Our items are frozen momentarily. Not fun, but now the critting begins. Yes. Yes. Good. And you know what? Look, it looks like we took no damage because we had a temporary shield. Which, granted, we had more health than temporary shield, so it didn't matter. But, like, what if it did? 10 regen. Not negligible. Chocolate bars. Not terrible. Do I sell the pulse rifle? You might think that's crazy. But the odds we find bronze are low, and the odds we find an upgrade are better. Does seem rather risky. I really don't think it's worth it. For, what, 20 extra base damage? Something? Although, worst case, we use katana. Which, only marginally worse currently. Hey. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, or nothing... Nothing... Wait. Isn't this already technically a silver pulse rifle? Because silver's 20. And I've already given it 13 extra damage. So I'd have to find a gold. Okay, well, now that I think about it, yeah, it's not worth it. Never mind. Show me some... I don't know what weapons I'm looking for. The upgrades here are just damage. They don't... I think I'm going to take the 10 regen. Ooh! A free upgrade in this economy? Oh, yeah. You already know we're upgrading the motherboard. Diamond motherboard. Haste the core for 4 seconds. When the core gains haste, give it plus 30. Ooh. Now the Unclaimed Revenant, okay, does give 2 more XP. Very fun. But the Elite Duelist has a very slight chance of dropping a skill that gives your weapons lifesteal. I think the Enclave Revenant is just like poison. Now, is playing for a diamond skill over 2 XP worth it? Probably not. But let me see. Let me cope and see if there's anything else I want from him. Oh, absolutely not. Okay. Well, Enclave, I don't think it would just be, I mean, gold and... Well, he does have a gold Shadow Cloak, but... Probably getting rid of the Shadow Cloak here soon. Maybe. Maybe not. Gamba. Alright, we're... This, it's definitely not worth the risk. Because, yeah, if we... Well, actually, you know, knife set? I'll take knife set. How about this? I want anything but big ego. That really cool diamond skill where your weapons have lifesteal. Gross. Don't give it to me. Ah, suck. Freaking powder flask, dude. Ah. I'm telling you what, maybe this is why I have a better win rate when I don't record, because I don't take such dumb gambas. YOLO. Sells non-weapon items, medium items, small shield. Still haven't found the Alpha Ray. That would be cool. Okay, non-weapon, though, could have metronome. We are looking for... That's not it. Interesting, interesting. I just grab this to grab this for now. But again, I only want one friend. And I doubt it'd be better than missiles. Come on, baby. Okay. I'll take the beta ray. What is it? When you use the item to the left of this, charge the item to the right. When you use the core, give it plus 40 damage for the fight. That has to be a meme, right? It would just... The metronome would just be better. Right? Right? Unless... This is kind of stupid, but... We don't have the metronome yet. True. And I haven't even found the Alpha Ray. Who's to say I'm going to even find that? We really need it, though. This sounds too fun to pass up. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. So then, what are we doing? The only downside is this removes an active for the core, but we're still just... So every time this activates, we're charging the core essentially 6 seconds. 2 seconds on the multicast, and then 2 seconds per cast with this. So every time this goes off, that's at least one time we're using the core. Now, if the battle goes on longer, pulse rifle's technically better, right? I think. But that's a big if. I really need something to maybe replace this. Now, probably not a terrible idea to try to fit Beta Ray in, because if I did get the Alpha Ray, this is the ray we would use with it. The only reason I didn't pick up First Aid is because we have, if you have exactly one friend, reduce it and the course cooldown by 10%. But at this point, see, I should have just picked it up just in case, like I was thinking about doing. Because if we remove this, put First Aid in, charging station can't even be targeted. So it would either hit the motherboard, which would haste the core faster, or hit, you know, like 66% chance to haste something that would help the core. I mean, technically everything does, but... Is this better? Perma-hasting this. So every 1.35 seconds. we're fully charging the core and then some. Whereas this, every 4 seconds, we're adding an additional 3. Wait, let me do some math. So let's say, let's just say 2 casts in. So at 8 seconds, by the time this would cast 6 times, that would give 6 seconds of charge. By the time 8 seconds in, if I did this, it would take 2.7 seconds to start, but then 1.3, 2.3. So it would charge 2 to 3 times fast, which, I think it's actually better. God, we are so susceptible to freeze. And this looks so weird, but I guess it's better. I think. Did not mean to do that. I don't even know if I can sell enough to afford that beta RAM, to be honest, Chief. I don't think it's worth doing all that. Well, we're gonna try this. Small weapon or small items. We would love the alpha ray. That is no secret. I'll try. I'm not gonna reroll. The beta ray is back. Son of a gun. It is gold now. Very tempting. I think I'm going to sell the pulse rifle. I think with this stuff, at the very least, I think we're done using this. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to buy the beta ray. Possibly put this in later if I don't end up liking the shadow cloak or like the Uzi beta ray or something. Cool LEDs would help with disruption, but right now we're just trying to turbo. Like, we can't have the game going on for too long anyway, you know what I'm saying? We're here for, whatchamacallit? Good time, not a long time. Now, with that said, what are we upgrading here? There's not anything that I immediately am like, ooh, let's upgrade that. Because the important pieces, everything else that upgrades is pretty minimal. Cool LEDs would upgrade to 5 seconds. This would allow us... Plus... The only problem... Shadow Cloak doesn't add much. It will only change it so... This is already perma-hasted because of this, so it would only be plus 6 damage every time it casts. Uzi's like a little bit of damage and maybe 1 or 2 more bullets. That's an extra second on freeze. I'm whelmed. I'm very whelmed. Screw it. I actually don't know. I'm gonna go check. This is like the first time I think I've gotten to level 11 for an upgrade, and I'm like, I don't know. Oh, and it upgrades to plus 5, too, not even plus 6, so rip. But we're gonna see how this goes. This charging should go crazy. It should essentially be on internal cooldown. We're completely charging the core, no? Because this is going every 1.3, which is completely charging this. Every charge happens 0.2 seconds. Then that's hitting and critting, charging itself, coming back to this. This is almost perma-hasted. In fact, you know what? I am going to do that. Okay. Now, the core is perma-hasted, because the motherboard hastes the core for 5 seconds, and the motherboard has a 5-second cooldown. So by the time the haste runs out, the motherboard re-hastes it. Hey, you know, we're trying to cook something up, and at the very least, I think we cooked up something. Now, is it edible? Did we cook, like, or did we burn the food? Like, is anybody going to want to eat this? I don't know. Let's find out. I honestly have no idea. He's got building crescendo. Okay, Dooley, 33 starting poison monitor wizard on day 9. Why not? With building crescendo. But my core... Well, okay. Well, they're dead. Sure. Thought that was going to go poorly, and then... Well, they died. Cool. All right. We'll get some gumballs. It's edible. Hey, at the very least, we got 7 wins. And since I only play rank, 7 wins feels like a win 99% of the time. I'm happy with 7 wins. Now, would I like 10? Of course. With 7 wins, hey, I'm not upset. The only item I think we're possibly looking for is throwing in a metronome. And then I'd put like metronome on the right side so we have the charging station. So it'd be like metronome and then probably cool LEDs. Cool LEDs would be activating every 2 seconds to haste back. The Uzi wouldn't be bad. It would haste back every second, but it would only happen 12 shots. And we ain't gumball rich right now. I'm gonna be honest, Chief. We're just gonna get a burn item and sell it. Okay, free 8 gold. Don't mind if I do. Okay, sparring partner. We could really test our build. Yeah, why not? How much money we can get. Now, it's just a matter of how many times we can kill him before fatigue. We have no defense. So as soon as the sandstorm comes in, we're dead. But maybe this will give us a sort of good idea on... And in a vacuum, we get to just see what our build does. You know, nothing's interrupting it. So I do want to see... Because it didn't seem like the... charging was happening quite as often. But also, I think it might have... All the animation was happening just a little too fast. Because let me see here. Okay. Core goes, 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 core... Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty... So it's essentially literally every cast of missiles is the core. Critting and attacking. I mean, look at the damage. Jesus. Not too shabby. We got our boy up to 3,782 damage. Now, see, imagine we had an alpha ray as well. And like, I don't know, is that a Vanessa exclusive ability? There's like, when you crit, give your weapons plus 10 damage. Oh, yo, Octopus could very well give us. Actually, his ability, it's when you use a non-weapon, slow it for 2 seconds. That would be crazy, but very unlikely. The Veteran Octopus could give us our medium weapons do like 60 extra damage. Yeah, medium weapons deal 60 extra damage off the rip. Wouldn't mind that. We do not have one medium item. That's not happening. Yeah, I think we've cooked up something. Something for sure. Of course, Tiny Cutlass. Love that. Level up. Core cooldown. Sharpening Stone for damage. Okay, okay. We're doing cooldown. And before you yell, I'm not falling for it. Okay, we take out the friend. So it's down to 5.7. Put the knee brace in. It's 6.7. I remembered. Now we do 5%. Put it back. Put it back. We're down to 4.9 seconds. Yes, sir. Now it's even faster to charge the core. Don't think there's any large items we're looking for anymore. So, let's get us some chocolate bars. I'm going to sell that. Ooh, now we're premium chocolate bar rich. Yes, sir. Give me the good stuff. Oh. Now, 12 regen, non-weapon, or small items. We're looking for the alpha ray. I will grab the beta ray, just in case. Sussy Baka. Now, isn't that interesting? Every 4 seconds, I'd haste the core again, giving it another 30 damage. But I genuinely think the Shadowed Cloak of Missiles is the best thing we could do. Like, as far, like, unless we did metronome, because I don't think there's any other way that we charge it faster. Now, granted, the less activatables, aka we have 3, any freeze, yeah, is disruptive. But, you know, I buy this anyway. I might just hold on to this.
Diamonds come in small boxes.
And you know what? I'll invest in some crypto. Need to remember to actually look at that. Okay, another Dooley, another day, another dollar. Obviously, like I already mentioned it. We are very weak to freeze. Granted, what builds aren't, but like we're practically like 1 weapon. Oh boy. Okay, so first time 5's user rightmost item freeze an item. So he's gonna start freezing now, and it's our missiles, which does all the charging. Still missiles. We're close though. We only need like 1 or 2 more hits, I think. What? 8 health.
There's no time but the present. I don't believe myself.
8 health. Also, monitor lizard, by the way. What? That was a 10-second fight, 1,200 poison or something? Of course. Literally, if they had not frozen missiles one more time, it didn't matter if it hit the core because this would have charged the core. But no. Great. Ugh. And chain 9 with burn effects? What? I guess, what, a shadow cloak? Every time we use this thing, it burn? I guess. And that way I can save missiles, ideally for like a radiant. Well, radiant would be the best. Or, like shiny. Not all that's super, doubtful to happen. But if we're going to get 3 more wins, we'll probably hit level 16. Now, let's take a peek at some skills. Don't love these. That's large item. Large item. Large item. This will give medium burn items +4. I mean, that would add up, I guess. But you gotta think there's better skills, right? I want to wait until this is like 30 or more, I guess. Although I bought this for 16, that's still 7 gold profit. And I'm gonna forget to sell it. Sure, whatever, 7 gold. Could be better. Now, I'm trying to think, what are we re-rolling for? I don't know if you can get it in this one, but like, when you burn, haste the core. Oh my god. I forgot that's a skill. Oh, I'm rolling for it. Come on, baby. Fudge! When you use a non-weapon item, a weapon gains haste. Normally that would be cool, but it's literally just the motherboard doing that every 5 seconds. Ah. Yeah, the burn on the cloak, yeah, would have won us the fight last game, but... I think we go with this. It'll reduce the friend and course cooldown by 15% now. But, yeah, I just thought of it. If we get the skill where when you burn, haste the core, every time we use missiles, on every multicast, Shadow Cloak burns, which would haste the core every single time, which would do 30 damage every single time. I just want to see that happen now. I hope we get that. That would be sick. Mixed messages would have been better. Well, the problem is it's only motherboard activates that perk once every 5 seconds. And it could hit either. If it hits missiles, it's already perma-hasted. So that's essentially every 5 seconds have a 50% chance to give the crit core 30 more damage. Or reduce them by another 5%. That's 0.2 seconds less. That's 0.1 second less. It's broken. It activates more than that. Okay, well, if it's bugged, I didn't know that. The only weapon I'd be... I mean, I could still try and find the alpha. But now that I've enchanted this, actually, I kind of feel like this is just our board. So, yeah, I'll buy some deluxe chocolate bar. Cannot believe he lived with 8 health. Tragic. We should beat this fella. But yeah, if it is bugged, feel free to let me know how. Ba 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 ba. Stupid. A deadly missiles 2 would be crazy. It would charge the thing in another second. Gain income, garbage. Garbage. All pretty bad. Gain an XP, I guess. Try to get to 16 as fast as possible. Find any item in the bazaar. Just on the off chance we get something super crazy. Silver rocket boots would make it so that our hasten is just even more overkill. Vineyard, no. Ideally, we find something here. One of these 3 enchant. Well, I can't find... Actually, I can't find that. No, there's no upgrade. Okay, so I'd have to find missiles enchanted. Pretty easy odds to hit that, I think. Don't have aquatic items. Not doing that. No, not worth it. No. How long am I willing to roll? Not that much. Maybe one more roll. You know what? Buy this, give my core 12 extra damage. Start the fight. Really not that much. The motherboard works when any items gain haste. Not the core. What? It says when the core gains haste. Oh, it's bugged? I didn't know this. Really? Gonna have to test and see? Well, I guess it's already been... It must have... Then it has to be happening when I haste the missile. I don't know. I haven't paid attention. Or notice. I don't know. It just... Everything's happening way too fast. Yeah, I guess 12 damage. We're gonna get rid of the 112. I know. Ah! Curio here. Unironically, some extra burn. Or, cooldown. Extra damage. Okay, so we got cooldown. 1% crit chance. Heck yeah. 20 max health. Oh, 30. 40. Oh my god, how's he doing? Show me something good here, brother. Fudge. Alright, what are we cooling down here? Oh, a video on the guy like 2000 damage scale, 5 seconds with a ton of haste. Really? Well, I didn't know that, but let it be known, I'm not trying to cook a bugged build. Alright, I was just cooking. It does not upgrade the seconds. It only upgrades the health you would get at max health. So health, crit chance. I mean, I'm not using cool LEDs, and I don't think I will. That's plus 4 damage.
You're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
Do I reduce the core or the motherboard's cooldown? I mean, 3% here. Would a second brace work? Well, if I buy the brace, it'll upgrade. I can't just have 2 of them. If I were to do the core, I'd do it without missiles. I feel like it's got a core cooldown, right? I removed the friend. I put knee brace. That's as high as it'll get. And did it change? I think that was 0.2 seconds. Pretty good. I'm going to upgrade it. Ooh, I'm bougie. I got a silver knee brace. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. All right, well, let's not lose to 8 HP again. Please. I'm begging you. I'm begging. Okay, it's really... I'm going to be honest. If we don't get frozen, I have a hard time thinking much beats us, right? We are melting. But again, that's the trouble. The later in the days you get, the easier it is to get free stuff, and the more likely we are to get frozen. With that said, y'all. Come on now.
Go ahead.
Come on now.
It makes this
I guess I should have explained my build because it could be our last battle, but I'm so... Oh. What's the crit chance on this? Nearly 100% crit chance? Okay, well, see, he has lifesteal. Holy suck.
I paint my ship red, but I don't.
Okay, well, no. See, we would have had a buffer, too, if we didn't lose to 8 health. Yeah, no, I mean... The difference is he had crit chance. Or lifesteal. It'd be like that. Well, we tried. We tried to have some fun. Let it be known, first off, here's all the skill vendors I found. Just to say none. So we lost, but yeah, the build was motherboard hastes the core, and when the core gains haste, you give it 30 damage for the fight. The fiery shadow cloak, the burn doesn't matter that much, but when you use the item to the right, haste it for 2 seconds. If it's a weapon, give it damage. We really only cared about the haste, and the missiles every 2 seconds multicast. So it would activate the shadow cloak twice, giving it 4 seconds of haste, essentially reducing its cooldown to 1.3 seconds. And every cast would activate the charging station. When you use the item to the left of this, charge the item to the right of it for 2 seconds. And when you use the core, give it plus 40 damage for the fight. And since it's to the left of the core, every time missile is fired, if it's hasted, every 1.3 seconds, we were actually charging the core 6 seconds. And if it crit, it would be more. It was only 4% chance. Then we had the deadly critical core. We had the crit core, and it was enchanted with the deadly crit. So the items to the right having crit didn't matter. But when using the item to the left, charge 1 second. When you crit with any item, so it would actually just crit and charge itself 1 second. It would charge. And so all the hasting would get this to go crazy. It would crit every single time. And the battle should have been over fast. Should have. Unfortunate. As you can tell, because of it, yeah, it was kill fast or be killed. We didn't have any healing or shielding, and yeah, his lifesteal is what brought it. We would have killed, I think, already had he not healed, but I'm trying to think what he had, like 400 damage or something on that battle flagship, casting what, multicast 4 or something, critting every time, so healing for 3,200 every time that thing went off. We just didn't have the HP pool to survive. Unlucky. I thought we had something here, but hey, we went for something different. And it looked promising, and at the very least, hey, 7 wins.
If you enjoyed this video, I think you might enjoy this one. With that said, thank you very much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day. I'll talk to you in the next one. Farewell.